Yes, you read that correctly. I'm here to tell you why you should be taking cold showers. And how's it good for your health? Cold water therapy is extremely beneficial for our bodies, and you'll see why. Even though it might not seem that way, cold water therapy is both a mental and physical workout. Mentally, exposing our body to cold water is quite the challenge. For one thing, it doesn't sound too fun because we know our body will have some type of unpleasant reaction. Essentially, the cold water puts our body in a stressful situation and forces it to act. Being exposed to cold water is not like going to the gym where your muscles get a workout. Cold water therapy actually puts your physiological body systems at work. Our physiological system includes the intricate network of systems in our body. This includes our organs, circulatory system, nervous system, respiratory system, etc.
Why is it considered a mental workout? Cold exposure is definitely a mental challenge. You willingly have to be in the right mindset to turn that shower knob all the way to cold. At first, this may not seem like an easy task. Knowing how unpleasant it might feel at first, you're the one that is in control. Handling the exposure to cold or the willpower to do so plays a role in stress management. This puts your mind to the test to see how you respond, if you are able to fully challenge yourself or give up. With time, the exposure to cold may be less of a shock to you mentally as you will become accustomed to the feeling. But at first, it is never easy. Being dedicated to taking on this challenge is also a great indication of your self-control. It requires self-discipline and focus. Something as simple as dedicating a couple of seconds or minutes, depending on your tolerance level, of discomfort to better your health is a small sacrifice that will give rise to a long list of health benefits. Practicing this discipline is something that can translate to your everyday life. You'll be able to know that you can put your mind to doing something even if it may be unpleasant. The importance of mind and body connection. When we expose our bodies to the cold water, we feel the effects taking over our body almost immediately. You'll notice your heart rate increases rapidly. Your breathing rate will also increase. You will begin to have a shallow breath rate. You will start to notice that your skin color will slowly start to change. It will seem really red, and then you will lose some skin pigment. All of these might seem like an indication for you to stop and turn the knob back to warm. But don't. This just means your body is working, and it is doing what it's supposed to do. Being aware and feeling the changes happen to your body are two different things. Knowing it will happen sounds fine until it is actually happening. If you are present with yourself, feel the changes happening, and sit in the discomfort for a short while, will bring you that much closer to experiencing all the benefits that cold water therapy exposure has to offer. Our body has two mechanisms of response to any kind of stress. These mechanisms are better known as fight or flight. At first exposure, the difference between our body's internal temperature and the cold water temperature acts as a signal. This signals our body to fight against the changes in temperature and restore it back to normal. Our bodies like to remain in a state of homeostasis, that is, our body's ability to maintain stable internal conditions in response to any type of external change. In this case, I'm talking about the change in body temperature. This system allows our body to function optimally. In any case, our body will do anything it has to in order to preserve our natural state. Sometimes putting our body in a stressful situation for a brief moment, knowing how it will or should respond, could be really powerful. Cold water exposure can test our body's limits and discover its resilience. Cold water therapy and the changes in the human physiology. When exposed to cold, the body immediately responds by constricting its major blood vessels, a process called vasoconstriction, to prioritize blood flow toward vital organs. This reaction occurs because cold acts as a stressor, compelling the body to protect its essential functions. Initially, the blood vessels in less critical areas, such as the hands and feet, constrict to ensure that the organs receive enough blood to operate efficiently. This redirection supports nutrient distribution, waste removal, and tissue repair. A key example is the heart. As it receives more blood, it increases its pumping action, reoxygenating the incoming blood and enhancing cardiovascular function. This improves overall blood circulation throughout the body. If the cold exposure continues, the body begins to adapt. The initially constricted blood vessels gradually open in a process known as vasodilation. This reversal increases blood flow back to the extremities and boosts overall circulation, which enhances nutrient delivery throughout the body. Furthermore, this improved circulation stimulates the release of endorphins, often referred to as happy chemicals. These endorphins offer a range of health benefits, elevating mood and well-being. Some of these endorphins are dopamine. This is responsible for the pleasure-reward system. When it gets released, we feel more optimistic and happy. Norepinephrine plays a role in alertness and mental focus. Serotonin. When released, it helps with mood regulation and aids in settling any uneasy emotion. Beta endorphins and enkephalins. When we release both of these endorphins, they can help with pain relief and give you a better sense of well-being. The release of all these endorphins helps you feel more uplifted, reduce your stress levels, helps increase your energy levels, and can also help to decrease your anxiety levels after prolonged exposure to the cold. This can all contribute to improving your overall emotional and mental well-being. Tips to start your cold shower therapy. 1. Gradual exposure to the cold is key for beginners. Try turning the knob to cold at the end of your showers for a couple of seconds. At first, you can start by gradually adjusting the water temperature to a colder setting. The goal is to have a noticeable change in water temperature. There is no need for extreme shock. If having it in the coldest setting is too much, begin with lukewarm. 2. Start by exposing your hands and feet. Begin by splashing the cold water on your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Redirecting the cold water towards your limbs, starting with your feet and legs. This will help your extremities adapt to the cold more easily than simply exposing your chest or back immediately. 3. Go from a couple of seconds to a couple of minutes. No need to start with 5 mins under cold water. That's something you can work towards. To start, stand under the cold water for a couple of seconds at a time. Eventually make your way up to a couple of minutes and so on. 4. Focus on your breathing. Having a deep and controlled breathing rate can help manage the initial shock of cold water. This will also help promote relaxation and mental focus. Avoid shallow breathing and try to relax your muscles. This will make the experience that much more enjoyable. Always remember that this deep breathing technique can help minimize the initial shock and promote a sense of calm. 5. Consistency is key for long-term benefits to show. To experience the long-term benefits of cold shower therapy, make cold shower therapy a consistent part of your routine. Aim for a few minutes of cold exposure at the end of your shower a couple of times per week.
As we've explored today, the benefits of cold shower therapy are extensive, from enhancing your mental resilience and stress management to improving physiological functions like blood circulation and endorphin release. We've seen how cold exposure can boost your mood, increase alertness, and even help in pain relief. Starting with just a few seconds of cold water at the end of your shower and gradually increasing your tolerance can open the door to these benefits. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful and are curious about more ways to boost your health and well-being, consider subscribing to our channel. We share tips, insights, and practical advice on how to live your best life every week. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our updates. See you in the next video.